Shattering Egregores with the planet Neptune. An exploration of planet Neptune. Neptune is known as the planet of dreams and inspiration. When operating from its most aspirational octave, it is the planet of divine love. This is why Neptune is known as being a higher octave of the planet Venus. Since Neptune embodies the love of the divine, it is connected to our subconscious mind, including our emotions, illusions, delusions, fantasies, and addictions. It rules all mind-altering substances, which is why it is linked to addiction when operating from a lower vibration. When Neptune is operating from its lower octave, it can become the planet of undoing. Neptune rules the 12th house in astrology, which is the house of the spiritual, past lives, and is also known to rule over prisons and mental institutions. Neptune is a water-based planet, and thus, when operating in a higher vibration, it can potentially have a very inspirational impact which can inspire hope, possibility, and imagination in humanity's collective unconscious. When operating from a higher octave, Neptune can inspire us to be more compassionate and to embody oneness. It can teach us how to sacrifice our ego for the greater good and with love of the collective. Moreover, Neptune rules all things of art and creativity, such as dance, poetry, music, and film. All of these forms of art have a way of inspiring humanity to delve beyond the unseen and to connect with mysticism and the beauty of the world beyond the veil. Neptune defies the boundaries of society and embodies the nonlinear, ruling all bodies of water such as rain, ice, and liquids. Planet Neptune also rules the heavens, which is why it is in charge of the 12th house, which is known as the house of the unconscious, as well as fantasy and things not of the earthly realm. Thus, Neptune knows no boundaries. It is boundless because it encompasses the all. Egregores and the planet Neptune. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6:12. Neptune is also the planet which can give or take away the life of egregores, which are non-physical entities powered up by collective thought and belief. Egregores can give life to brands, fictional characters, ideologies, and religions. They present unseen forces which possess a great deal of power over our physical world by creating the norms and values a society will align with and or reject. Egregores are considered to be such a fact of life that we actually many times don't see them as living, breathing beings, which can include thought forms that the collective has poured energy into, whether it be fear, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Democrats, and Republicans. These are just some of the examples of what egregores can represent in our consciousness. The more people believe in these thought forms, the more powerful they become. Egregores have also been what has been used to bolster the power of spiritual and demonic hierarchies. These hierarchies power up intergenerational curses, vows, oaths, and agreements, and can receive power and energy from a person, bloodline, or society's disempowerment, adoration, or fear. They thrive best when they are unseen and wrapped up in the notion of just the way things are. However, times are changing. We are currently transiting out of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius. During the age of Pisces, religion was the ruler of the collective unconscious, a term introduced by psychologist Carl Jung to to represent the subconscious workings of humanity as a whole. The age of Pisces utilized religion as a tool to establish rules and restrictions for humanity to adhere to and abide by. It was an established egregore utilized to disempower the sovereignty of human beings by seeking out an external savior to seek validation from. Religion only works through the power of belief. The more people believe, the more people pour their energy into these thought forms, and the greater they become. This is what has given religion its power for thousands of years, so much so that this power has given birth to entities and beings who have thrived off of the energy of religious worship. As the consciousness of the planet continues to evolve, so will the ways in which we navigate spirituality. Egregores will begin to collectively shatter on a massive scale. This is what is known as the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius is symbolic of the awakening of the collective consciousness from the Piscean spell of religion and savior complexes. The Age of Aquarius will empower us to save ourselves. The Age of Pisces was used as a weapon. Neptune was used as a weapon in the Age of Pisces to put all of our faith, trust, and imagination into a force, an entity, and a being outside of ourselves. It took away our power for us to claim ourselves as being sovereign, liberated, and free. Breaking up with materialism and the false matrix. Occult spiritual practices have traditionally been based upon the amplification of many objects and items to harness spiritual energy, whether it be through crystals, herbs, candles, and talismans. However, as we begin to unlock the creative potential and the power of Neptune, as we move into the Age of Aquarius, this dynamic will continue to shift. The Earth is dropping in density. The lighter our consciousness becomes, the less we will have a need for materialism. The more we will lean on the strength and the wealth of our imagination and the universal mind. Spirituality will be less about the objects we have in our possession and more about our ability to master the non-physical aspects of the elements while connecting to universal mind. This is where planet Neptune comes in. Neptune defies the rules of what we consider to be reality. However, this has many times been seen as a detriment in our society, especially for anyone who has tried to defy what has been considered to be quote-unquote normal or quote-unquote realistic, according to the false matrix. The false matrix is an institutionalized thought paradigm which has kept the collective consciousness of humanity trapped in ideologies of fear, lack, duality, and exhaustion. Within the context of the false matrix, the agreements that the collective has made around what is considered normal and realistic has been based upon the conditioning that we have faced in order to survive in the repressive system of the false matrix. On the other hand, it is only the people in history who have found a way to obtain mastery through the planet Neptune, whether this was through the arts, science, humanitarianism, or magic and the occult, who have been able to subvert the rules of the false matrix and create their own rules to thrive on planet Earth. This makes Neptune a powerful, overlooked, and potentially dangerous planet. For example, it's no accident that the arts or any creative endeavors which utilize the imagination are considered to be not a realistic way to earn a living in our current paradigm. This is a form of mass conditioning that was done to cut us off from our imagination and our co-creative abilities that we naturally possess as human beings, as a form of disempowerment and mental consciousness enslavement. Traditionally, the false matrix crafts a society where the ones who defy the rules, who are demonized as being crazy, and many times they have even been institutionalized in human history. This is indicative of the entrapment that Neptune can represent. It's no accident that many celebrities who became famous through the arts have also succumbed to the lower octaves of Neptune in the form of addictions. The restrictions of the false matrix can make people who are ruled by the aspects of Neptune want to escape the strict reality presented by the rigidity of grind culture and the material world. Within the confines of the false matrix, Neptune can be a very dangerous planet, which can encourage us to escape from reality, quote unquote. People who are Neptune dominant are not meant to be bound into rigid thought forms and rigid structures. As we move into the age of Aquarius, it's time to reimagine the power of planet Neptune and reclaim our power to dream and create outside of the confines of the false matrix. Since Neptune is the planet of illusions, it can also be considered the planet of imprisonment, which whether it's through literal prisons or mental institutions. The mastery of planet Neptune can open the locks of the doors that the same institutions can confine us into. However, we must have mastery over our subconscious waters to make this happen. Many times, planet Earth has been referred to as a prison planet. Many interfering influences from interdimensional beings have been put in place to keep the collective consciousness of humanity out of our power. This has been done through etheric implants in the human auric field, literal frequency fences around the fields of planet Earth in an attempt to thwart higher dimensional communication, as well as the creation of institutions and structures designed to keep us locked into a third dimensional consciousness with the support of egregores along with rigid thought forms. Neptune has been used as a way to entrap the human consciousness into lower dimensional thought forms. However, it can also serve as a collective liberator. Being able to navigate our literal dreams and our imagination is critical to breaking through the illusions and shatter the mirror of the false matrix. The practices of mindfulness, breathwork, and embodied practices such as yoga, as well as astral travel, remote viewing, as well as many other practices are some ways to gain mastery over the planet Neptune. Grounding in the unseen realms with Neptune. Having mastery over Neptune includes the ability to have faith and mastery over the unseen realms. For example, in traditional spirituality, you might burn a red candle in order to empower yourself or to ignite a passion for a particular project. However, as we continue raising in collective consciousness, the materials we use in spirituality will become less important to the spiritual practice and more important, and influence will depend upon our spiritual intent. The importance of the passion is less about the physical candle and more about your ability to embody that red candle from within. It is not about physically having the red candle in your position, but more of can you envision, can you see, taste, touch, hear, smell, and feel that red candle in the etheric plane. Being able to connect with the powers of visualization, the things we cannot see, taste, touch, and feel become critical as we gain mastery over the planet Neptune. If you found this recording to be useful, consider sharing it with somebody who might need this information. In the next content, we'll go over more in-depth strategies for mastery over the planet Neptune. There's a lot more to share regarding this information, and so to make sure that this is easily digestible, We're going to be breaking it up into several parts, into a series on Neptune, because it is a very expansive planet and it's very easy to get lost in the waters of Neptune. So we're going to take this a little slow. If there are certain questions you have about the planet Neptune that you would like answered, please comment below, and I'd love to incorporate some of this into content moving forward. And always remember that you are the key. If you're interested in learning more about how you might want to work with me, feel free to visit my website at thrivingwithheather.com. I do offer some coaching services as well as workshops if you are interested in diving deeper into these spiritual waters during your awakening journey. Wishing you so much love, peace, prosperity, passion, and abundance. Until next time, peace.